9 News at Noon starts right now.
We begin at noon with breaking news. I-70 eastbound is closed at 6th Avenue due to a crash. Eastbound 6th Avenue is also closed. This is a live look at the area right now from our CDOT camera. We're working to learn exactly what happened to cause the highway closure, and we will update you as soon as we know more. Well, there won't be any movement today on legislation to end the federal government shutdown. It is day 2, but the Senate is adjourned until tomorrow in observation of the Jewish holiday Yom Kippur. While senators aren't working, many other federal workers are, and without pay. NBC's Tom Costello breaks down that impact.
From the military to federal law enforcement, the Coast Guard, food inspectors, and the nation's airports, government workers are once again paying the price for Washington dysfunction.
I need that job. I need that paycheck. That's why I'm working multiple part-time jobs.
797 SoCal, radar contact, maintain 2000, 2 pilots are on.
13,000 air traffic controllers are now working without pay. Even more stress after years of mandatory overtime, with the FAA trying to hire more controllers and overhaul antiquated technology. During the 2019 shutdown, some controllers called out sick after 2 missed paychecks.
I wouldn't be surprised if it takes, another 20 to 30 minutes before we become airborne.
When flight delays began to mount, President Trump called off the shutdown. This morning, one veteran controller tells NBC News, "I think we're going to have a lot of controllers who are not going to be able to make it to work during the shutdown." 50,000 TSA officers are also working without a paycheck this morning. Average pay $45,000 to $50,000. For many, flashback to 5 years ago when they couldn't afford their rent, food, or the bus fare to get to work. The union warns it could be bad again.
These are real people's lives. This is real things that are happening to folks.
Meanwhile, the nation's parks and many museums are closed. Tourists locked out.
We're supposed to see the Smithsonian museums today.
Food pantries are preparing for families who depend on suspended food programs.
We know we've got to be ready because we know our kids need to eat.
Medical research at the NIH shut down.
Because if we don't have scientists working on research today, we lose tomorrow's cures.
In a city very good at finger pointing, it's gotten personal.
There's plenty of blame to go around.
Colorado leaders are working now to make sure food assistance programs in the state stay funded during the shutdown. Thousands of Coloradans rely on Women, Infants, and Children, or WIC, and the food assistance program known as SNAP. They say that SNAP benefits are already taken care of for October at least, but if the shutdown extends into November, both could be at risk of delay or disruption. Well, as Jewish communities around the world observe the holiday Yom Kippur, a man targeted people outside a synagogue in northern England this morning. Police there are calling it a terrorist attack. They say the suspect rammed his car into pedestrians in Manchester and then began stabbing people. 2 victims were killed, another 4 are hurt. Police shot and killed him, but learned there were 2 other suspects. Those 2 others are now in custody. Extra security measures are now in place around synagogues across England. Switching to weather now, we can expect 2 more warm days, but then a switch. So let's check in now with senior meteorologist Chris Bianchi. So I'm digging this weather, and when you say a switch, is it going to be a drastic pivot or no?
That's a good question. I would call this a slide into fall.
Okay.
So like a slide. It'll be noticeable, Sam. So like next week, if you're hoping to get that kind of hoodie, that kind of prime fall weather, I know a lot of you are itching for that. You'll get it. You'll get that. But if you like the summer stuff or kind of the late summer stuff, you'll love this. Honestly, I think it's hard to complain about this. And this tells the story today. Not only is it a sunny day, not only are we talking about 0 storm chances across the state today, it is a day where we are going to not have a cloud basically anywhere in the skies overhead. We've got high pressure sitting right overhead, and that means basically nothing, not a zip zilch in terms of those rain chances, and also those overall cloud chances for today. Sunny skies right now, low to mid 70s for us right now. We're heading up into the 80s, 70s, 80s, eastern plains, 60s for the most part of the mountains right now. Radar quietest could be, and later on today, again, this map is actually in motion. There's just nothing doing here with, again, a cloudless sky overhead for us for today. 83, and our average high for today, 72. So the main impact, those temperatures. It's cooking out there for today. Forecast temperatures in the 80s. We head over the next little while, and those highs running well above average, but we will cool down. I'll tell you when and get you those details in a few minutes.
Chris, thank you. The FBI is investigating what it calls a homicide at the federal prison on Kipling in Jefferson County. The victim's family has been demanding answers since learning he was killed. 29-year-old Mauricio Thornwall was being held at FCI Inglewood, waiting to be sentenced next month on federal weapons charge. The Federal Bureau of Prisons said he was, quote, found unresponsive on September 24th. But a few days later, the Jefferson County coroner told his mother he had been stabbed to death.
No explanation. And then I read in the media that they just found him unresponsive. And to find out he was actually murdered. And they knew that.
Even though the FBI confirms the death is a homicide, the Federal Bureau of Prisons will not confirm the stabbing or how the attack happened inside a federal facility. The FBI has not said whether there is a suspect or if anyone is in custody. An investigation is underway after a bullet hit a school in Highlands Ranch yesterday. The Douglas County Sheriff's Office says it struck an exterior door of Ranch View Middle School. Deputies say someone who lives near the school accidentally fired a gun, thinking it wasn't loaded, but it was, and the bullet went through the window of their home, then into a door at the school. No one was hurt. The Sheriff's Office says criminal charges are pending. Good news now on one of the Evergreen High School shooting victims. Children's Hospital Colorado says the 14-year-old is now out of the hospital and recovering at home. We don't know any more about his recovery, though, because the family is requesting privacy. They did say last week that he confronted the shooter before he was shot at close range. The other teenager injured in the shooting, 18-year-old Matthew Silverstone, remains hospitalized. His family says the student will likely require lifelong full-time care.